What's going on, Facebook family? Ken Bradley here, It With The News. Happy Juneteenth with my co-anchor,
Ron Donoho, editor of thesandiegosun.com, exclusively covering downtown San Diego.
That's right. Just a little synopsis of what we do, or what I do, is I read the newspaper, and then my good friend Ron here, he puts his little 2 cents into it as well.
I, as always, applaud your effort with getting news out to the public. I'm not so sure about your mode of carrying the news, which is a newspaper which
Typically carried in my pocket.
Carried in your pocket, carrying yesterday's news at best. In fact, I know you've got the Union Tribune there, and I'm just going to lead with this bit of news that you're not going to see in that paper, but in fact that one of the opinion editors of the UT was recently let go. You've read it in other outlets, I know.
I think I actually read it in a different newspaper.
Yeah, it's been reported elsewhere that this editor wrote a piece that was deemed anti-Trump, anti-ICE raids, turned it in, and about a few hours later, the story was canceled, and unfortunately, so was she. So the Union Tribune reports that they did not fire her because of the editorial, but we haven't done any independent reporting on that, but that's what she said to a couple different outlets around town.
Sources of those who don't know anything about this, article you're talking about, said and claimed that she didn't know how to play mahjong correctly. So that's what I got out of it.
Well, I guess I couldn't take that job because I don't know how to play mahjong correctly.
See here? That's why you're doing it with the news.
I could probably learn to spell mahjong. Can you spell mahjong?
It's pronounced mahjong.
Okay, well that helps.
I think it's a silent MN. Mahjong.
Let's get to yesterday's news.
Let's get to yesterday's news here. Let's see here.
We really started on the downer. You got anything upbeat to start with?
I got some upbeat things to say. How about this? We have a brand new, unified, bona fide superintendent here in San Diego. First Latina. What do you think about that?
Of what?
Of I think it's...
Oh, the San Diego Unified School District.
Yes, the Unified School District. So we're going to have, really great things coming along the way, because obviously the one prior to her was, guess what? Just like all the other those in power, sexual misconduct.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you thought that this was an upbeat story, and maybe it will be.
First Latina. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, that's
great.
wonderful.
Woo!
That's wonderful. And today's actually Juneteenth Day, so
Happy Juneteenth
not
Day.
exactly, but it has been reported, maybe in this paper and other outlets, that the school district is facing more cuts for next year. I mean, they're top heavy with administrative salaries. They're losing teachers left and right. Class sizes grow. I'm kind of a downer, aren't I?
Did you say cut?
I'm just a natural downer.
Well,
so you tried.
I
tried, and I just brought it right.
I love that. Yeah, I love that about you. You're the downer, I'm the upper. Let's get it. Oh, how about this? Here's another upper. Say, for example, there's a suicide hotline that you called, and you're part of the LGBT community, and all of a sudden, guess what? It says, not available. What's your opinion on this, Ron?
I think it should be available.
Well,
is this locally or is this somewhere?
This is the U.S. Hotline services.
It's. I'm not surprised that lots of support services are being cut. I mean, I did a story in the San Diego Sun yesterday about a local group of nonprofits that formed together to call themselves San Diego Solidarity Network.
The Avengers.
Well, they had declared a civic state of emergency because of all the funding that is dried up from federal sources. And I don't know if that fits into that category, but we do know that the President of the United States in his executive orders has said we don't want to support DEI, we don't want to support the climate. So, he unilaterally cut a lot of these programs. So, due to that, I'm not surprised.
Wow. It's all going uphill from here.
But you're taking calls from people that have problems.
Of course.
Right?
Dial 1-800-KENTT-Bradley.com.
Which button is the hyphen on the phone again?
You had to press a couple buttons at the same time. I don't want to get into it. I'm just a newspaper
thanks
guy.
for doing your part.
Yes.
I appreciate you stepping in to a need.
Here's something that I love to hear about. Ron, there's been a lot of plane crashes going on around down here. For some reason, we can't keep the planes going in the air. Maybe the reason being is there are a lack of traffic control staffing. You know what? You know who controls the air? Air traffic controllers. You know what there's less people of? Air traffic controllers. Maybe there's a coincidence?
Well, it's no coincidence that we both said air traffic controllers at the same time.
That was that.
But you do own your beer now. Yeah, it's a tough job. And there was I think it was Ronald Reagan fired all the air traffic controllers
all at once
during a strike. He said, go back to work. They said, no. He said, if you don't go, I'm firing every one of you. And that was Ronald Reagan in the 80s.
Oh, Ronnie.
And I've read reports that since then, they really have not been able to get back up to staff. And,
He fired all of them.
Everyone that wouldn't return from the strike was fired. So that was 20 plus years ago. And,
so there's been a deficit in air traffic control.
Since then.
Wow.
Long, yeah.
Wow. Maybe a lot of things wouldn't happen then. A lot of the new things that were going on now. I don't know.
That's what some people think.
Well, let's see here. What else is going on? Business. This is what I love. I don't know if you've ever been to North Park lately or if you've been in Normal Heights lately, but there is this...
Two fantastic neighborhoods in
fabulous.
San Diego. I say that in case this is a national audience.
This definitely will be national. International, hopefully.
Yep.
Very soon.
We've sprung into double digits with our views.
Yeah.
And one of
13.
them may be in Dubuque, Iowa. So that'd be hi Dubuque. North
Views.
Park. You said North Park. And,
North Park, Normal Heights. There is this what they call cutesy. Yes. Cutesy. Dare I say cutesy?
I would say they're hipster.
Gelato or gelato or gelato.
You're talking about On's.
On's Gelato.
On's It's called On's Dry Cleaning.
And every time I pass this place, I always think, is there that many people needing to get their clothes done?
I actually brought my dry cleaning. Maybe I'll get an ice cream on the way.
Ice cream there.
But no. On's Dry Cleaning. That the establishment used to be a dry cleaner.
Shout out.
That is true. They were named number one in the nation for gelato.
Here's my thing.
Awesome.
It's like, is it ice cream or is it gelato? Because they're two very different, very distinct. Are you an ice cream fan or gelatos?
I love them both.
Yeah.
Let's all get along.
Sometimes mix both of them combined and you don't know which one's which.
No, wouldn't do that.
No, never.
But On's is fantastic. I got there once before the line started, which is amazing because they get a line.
Huge line.
They open at noon on the weekends, something like that. And we just happened to be walking by at noon. And they opened the doors, and people came like out of the doors from across the street, out of their cars,
out of the sewer.
It was an amazing experience. They let us sample all the gelatos, and they've got some unusual blends that they put together. So
somebody was telling me they put brownies in their gelato. Delicious.
They do all kinds of things like that.
All right. Speaking about gelato,
I stayed positive that whole story.
Yeah, gelato's great. Maybe that's the thing. We just talk about gelato in every article. That's
it with the gelatos.
Yeah, it with the gelatos.
With a Z.
How about this? Amazon, speaking of Z's, hopes to deliver 10,000 robo-taxis. Are you taking these robo-taxis yet? The ones that are self-driving?
Yeah, I've taken a Waymo.
They're amazing.
I didn't. Not here. I was in Arizona. It worked fine. It parks and you can't. We had trouble finding ours. We had no trouble with the ride. When we got to the hotel we were staying, we got out and we were like superstars. They're like, everyone said, "You were in that self-driving car. What was it like? Can we get your picture?" can I touch your toes?
They actually asked for your picture that
Someone
time.
wanted to touch my toes, and I said, let's get out of here.
I think that was the
goes too far.
One of those unsheltered people. They're always asking for the toes.
Those Waymos were were the cars that they were burning in LA, unfortunately.
I mean, there's nobody to stop them. What are you going to do with nobody inside your vehicle? Who's going to stop you from burning it down? We're not condoning.
We're not condoning it.
Anybody
it
to
sounds
burn
like
down.
we're condoning it.
No, we're not doing that.
it.
But I'm just saying. I mean, logically
We're just showing
speaking,
the thinking process behind burning a Waymo.
Please don't burn the Waymo.
Burn any drive service
Ride
car.
it. Yes, ride.
Ride, don't burn.
It's called a ride share, not a burn share.
No burns.
We don't do that.
No sick burns.
Sick burns. How about this? Speaking of Waymo and unemployment. Historic lows. You know what? That young lady who just, got fired from the op-ed? Job opening. Maybe that's the reason.
Maybe she'll call your number.
She'll call.
And you can pass that along.
I'll definitely pick up when she calls.
You always pick up, right?
Hello? Yes. That stinks. You shouldn't do that.
But tell them we're on a podcast right now, and you'll call that right back.
I'm on a podcast right now. I can't talk to you.
And I say hi. Oh, it's too late.
Here's something that this just really turns me around. Remember that roundabout that we were talking about a while back?
I am so glad you brought this up.
Only in...
aren't you pro roundabout?
Pro around. I love roundabouts.
Okay,
you go
hate
around.
them.
It's just like race car driving. You feel like you're in the Indy 500 when you're doing this thing. I love it.
Well, people in North County don't like them because they're getting rid of 2 of them in Carlsbad.
It's just another sad day. Sad day.
The only positive I heard about them was because someone claimed that they helped with gas mileage because you weren't stopped at a light for, 10, 20, 30 seconds. You could just keep going.
I mean, that was the first point that I wanted to say.
They're confusing. They're just asking for trouble, and I'm happy to agree with Carlsbadians.
Carlsbadites? Seabads. What
are Carlsbad Owens?
Well, the Spanish like to call them the Carlitos. I don't know if that's a thing that I just made up, but I
Spanish.
Just made that up today.
It's so hard to conjugate in Spanish.
Yes. Actually, you know what? Here's something that I really want to get off my mind. There are these SD police. A couple years back, there was a shooting in, I think it was in Liberty Station. A young man, passed away, got unlived, and they're still looking for the culprit. So if anybody knows anything about what happened in Juneteenth in Liberty Station, please call the 888 number here that's supposed to be flashing on the screen. So
it's so amazing. I mean, you have an affinity for cold cases, obviously. Have you heard about the story about how they're trying to find this baby that was abducted when it was about 3 weeks old? That was 45 years ago.
Still finding.
They've got composite sketches out now of what the man would look like.
Well, I think we're going to see what the baby looked like. I'm like, is the baby still 45 years old?
That'd probably be easy to find.
Yes.
There's a baby driving a car down the street. Hey, baby.
I think I found that person.
Were you abducted 45 years ago?
But there was a composite of a man.
Put out like what the baby. They had baby pictures. Let's solve all cases. I'm not sure why that got such press for something that happened 45 years ago. And hey, man turned baby, if you're out there, we're looking for you. We're gonna bring you in.
We're gonna make sure you find your parents.
Just like we like to solve, all the cases, including the current ones.
I've solved most of the cases. I just don't like to tell everybody about it because then nobody would have a job.
You should start a blog.
Yeah, that's what. All right, let's end up in sports. Sports. Padres and the Dodgers coming right back at you with a big loss. Oh man, the Padres. What's going on here?
It's a 4-game set. Padres have lost the first 3.
Go Padres.
So, the last game is tonight. The only other time the Padres played the Dodgers this year was last week, and Dodgers took 2 out of 3. So Padres have lost 3 games in the standings to the Dodgers. They're 6 games out now. They're only 6 games over 500. Padres have shown that they can come back in later innings, and they did that last night. They were down by 2 runs. They scored 2 in the top of the 9th. LA came right back into the bottom of the ninth, hit a homer, walk off.
Those homers.
That's all she wrote.
Man, that stinks. I'm talking about the smell that's going on out here. I don't know what's going on. Hey, here's something. Here's something that's really cool. I want to get this off my. You like to rah rah row 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 row. Give me a A, give me a U, give me a L. I don't know what I'm spelling. A-U-L. But guess what? There is this new, original idea, cheerleading league. Now, these athletes, and I'm talking athletes, because I've never seen a grown man do a triple backflip and spell out cheer with so much vigor and veracity without getting paid. That doesn't make sense to me. So, are you a big cheerleader fan? You like?
I agree that cheerleading is a sport. They're very good athletes. I mean, there are competitions. You're saying there's a league starting? There's an actual cheerleading league that's going on, a pro cheerlead. Which honestly, pro cheerlead sounds fun, but I want to know what the amateur. Will they have cheerleaders on the side
cheering them
for
on
the cheerleaders?
Whoa. Or
just regular people looking uncoordinated?
I mean, that seems like
spelling out words wrong. You know that commercial where they take off their shirts and instead of West Virginia it says Stew, Virginia.
Yeah, Stew, Virginia.
I imagine that in the audience without cheerleaders helping to keep the crowd.
Well, maybe it would be the athletes in the crowd instead of the cheerleaders cheerleading the athletes. It's the athletes now in the crowd cheering the cheerleaders.
Well, that'd be wonderful.
I would love to see that.
That'd be wonderful. Wow, you ended on a happy note.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's call it Wit Thee Newz. My good friend Ron Donoho with the.
Oh, with that, that's my cue, right? I'm like, what's he gonna say about me? Hope it's nice. The editor of Ron Donoho, editor of thesandiegosun.com, covering downtown exclusively. And that's where we're coming from, downtown, in front of the William Heath Davis Museum in lovely, lovely Gaslamp Quarter.
Oh, right.
Long-time watchers, hey guys.
What's up,
you notice we've switched the camera, so we have a different background. We're hoping that you're soaking in some of downtown while you're listening to news that's not in a paper. Hey, can we call it that? News that's not in a paper?
News not in a paper.
Let's talk about it.